Well, hi everybody. I decided not to do a shaving video today because I'm in New York City. That's actually not New York City behind me, that's New Jersey. We're on Governor's Island. You've probably never heard of Governor's Island, but it's a beautiful island near the Statue of Liberty, just off the south end of Manhattan. And it's an old army base with lots of barracks, and there's a fort, and we're just taking a stroll around here. So I thought I'd show you some sights and sounds of New York City if you've never visited here before. And yeah, so instead of shaving, if you want to watch me shaving, I got plenty of those videos. It wouldn't be anything different. You don't want to see me shaving just in a boring hotel bathroom. Nondescript. But anyway, let's look around this island and then we'll go on to the island of Manhattan. Thanks for joining me. So behind me here on Governor's Island is William's Castle. And this was a fortification built in 1811 to make sure those British didn't come floating up the river and attack this area. And after that, it was a prison during the Civil War. It held prisoners of war. And yeah, it's been here over 200 years, 210 years approximately. William's Castle. This is a beautiful island, Governor's Island. If you're ever here, you can rent bikes, you can rent these little buggies that you pedal around the island. I worked up a sweat driving the Surrey around, Surrey without a fringe on top. Okay, let's look at what I'm looking at right behind me. Ah, yes, the south end of Manhattan. You see the World Trade Center right there? And that's New York. That's the very bottom tippy tip of New York. There's a lot more north of that, uptown. But this is what it looks like. We're gonna cross the Brooklyn Bridge here in a little while. So I'll take you on a walk across the Brooklyn Bridge. Now you can't see it from here, but the Statue of Liberty is just around the other side of that wall right there. So let's go see if we can see it. Well, she looks a lot smaller from this distance, but there she is, the Statue of Liberty. Yeah. Oh, and look over here, the Staten Island Ferry is floating along. See that? There's the Staten Island Ferry. Get your bearings again. There's the south end of Manhattan. And back around to the Statue of Liberty. There she is. We're not going to be visiting her today, but we will be getting on the ferry to go to Brooklyn. Then we'll cross the Brooklyn Bridge back into Manhattan. And I'll show you what some random scenes from New York City. I'm digging this water fountain here. So we got a water fountain, right? Get up, wash your hands, have a drink, fill up your water bottle. Well, let's see, this is kind of out in the middle of nowhere. It's on a little, oh, it's got a little hose. Where's that hose go? Hose.
No, that, I thought that was very simple, but
No, why not? Okay, we are now on the ferry. We're gonna take the ferry from Governor's Island over to Brooklyn. And then we're gonna look around Brooklyn a little bit, across the Brooklyn Bridge. It's for sale, I hear. There's a young man who offered it to me for sale for only $100, so I'm gonna go talk to him about that. See you in Brooklyn. And now here we are in Brooklyn Heights near Brooklyn Bridge Park. Here's some old beautiful houses behind me, and there's a beautiful freeway and the loneliest hot dog cart right there. The loneliest little hot dog cart. We're gonna walk up this street and see what's up here. I have no idea. Let's go check it out. So just taking a stroll here in Brooklyn and found the Cozy Nook Apartments. Isn't that nice? It's a cozy little nook. And we're still walking up the street. So here we are, 62 Montague Street in Brooklyn. There's the entrance, and here's the building. Arthur Miller lived here with his wife, Marilyn Monroe. And he also lived here before, and I think after they were married. But yeah, Arthur Miller and Marilyn Monroe would have gone in those doors right there to go up to their apartment. Interesting. Beautiful part of town. Beautiful street. Garbage, but you know, it's New York City we expect. It really doesn't get more New York than this. There's a beautiful home behind there. This is Brooklyn's here that we're looking at. Gorgeous buildings, gorgeous streets. And then, Statue of Liberty off in the distance. Manhattan. And over there, the Brooklyn Bridge. Zoom in a little bit. There we go. There's the Brooklyn Bridge. We're going to cross that in just a little bit. So this is the Brooklyn Bridge Park Promenade. I think it's called that. It's a promenade. That means you walk along it. It's beautiful. Right here on the river, Brooklyn Bridge in the background, Manhattan. We're getting closer. I keep talking about it. We're going to be walking across it pretty soon. Let's promenade, shall we? Well, here we are, folks. Finally made it to the Brooklyn Bridge right behind me. We're going to cross it into Manhattan. It's been a long walk through a beautiful part of Brooklyn. We stopped and had a little pizza, had some refreshments, rested along the way, and now we're going to walk across the Brooklyn Bridge. It's about a mile, a little over a mile, so let's go see what we can see. Here we are, almost halfway across the Brooklyn Bridge. We're gonna walk. Let me turn the camera around so you can see. Can I turn the camera around? Maybe I can. Maybe I should walk backwards. Anyway, I'm ready to cross. Stay out of the bike lane or else you get run over. This is the walking lane right here. Still going, not quite halfway. River. That's where we're going. So this is just about the halfway point across the bridge. Still going. We're almost to Manhattan now. I'll show you where we came from. It's a very busy walking area and a biking area. So, as I said before, don't walk in the bike lane. I've been careful to stay clear of it. A lot of boat traffic down there. And now we're almost done. Is that enough Brooklyn Bridge for you? I hope so. It's enough for me. It's a great bridge. Nice bridge. Good looking bridge. Well built. Not for sale, turns out. I met the guy at the other side. He said, already sold it to a guy from Michigan. So, you know, easy come, easy go. We're now almost in Manhattan. You see that? Yeah, almost there. Let's see what's in Manhattan. You wanna? Okay. So here we are, walking through typical Manhattan streets. 36th Street, Garment District, near Hell's Kitchen, not far from the Empire State Building over that way. Just walking down the street. Constant honking, of course. And I'm walking down towards Keen's Steakhouse, which is one of the oldest restaurants here, historic place, New York City, famous for steaks, mutton chops, and having like 90,000 clay pipes on the ceiling and the walls from when the old patrons used to smoke these long clay pipes, including Babe Ruth and Teddy Roosevelt. Let's keep going. Yep, Manhattan. There, this block coming up is where Keen's Steakhouse is. I've eaten there once before, many years ago. We're gonna have dinner there, I think, tomorrow night. But for now, I just wanted to walk down and see how far it was from our hotel. It's not too far. Oh, I see it coming up past the Taco Bell. Don't go into the Taco Bell. That is not a steakhouse. That's for sure. Across here, West 36th and 6th Avenue. Here we are, Keen's Chop House on 36th Street. It's an old-fashioned steakhouse. I don't know if they're even open right now. Well, they are. Let's go inside and see if we can see what it looks like. Hi there. Look at this place. It's beautiful. Here's just some of the pipes. Dom DeLuise had a pipe. Red Fox had a pipe. Ted Turner. Janet Leigh. Liza Minnelli. Stephen King. John F. Kennedy Jr. Michael Jackson. Look at this. Gene Shalit. Here's the dining room. They're not serving dinner yet. It's a little early. Just give you an idea. It's beautiful, dark, and all major pipes. Like 90 pounds. Bar. Look at that. Clam. It even smells good in here. It doesn't even smell like food. It just smells like a beautiful old building. Just a bunch more pipes. Back out onto the street. We'll be back here tomorrow night. I love these old buildings and I love these old murals, these advertising painted on the side of the buildings. That's the Marbridge building, it says. Weber and Heilbrenner in the New York something. Anyway, beautiful. So as the sun sets on New York City, it's time to have dinner. The family's inside. This is the France's Tavern. It's a 300-year-old restaurant. It was built in 1719. It is still a working restaurant, and that's where we're having dinner tonight. And this is where George Washington came to celebrate the end of the Revolutionary War. He met with his generals and other officers in an upper room and gave up his commission as the commander of the armed forces, the colonial army, or I don't know the exact terms, but this is where George Washington used to hang out. So we're gonna have dinner where George Washington used to love to celebrate. It's a beautiful old place inside, and I want to thank you for joining me on this little journey today in Manhattan and Brooklyn and everything else. Hopefully it was interesting. The seafront is, or the waterfront is over there, I should say, and then we got a bunch of buildings. All right, I'll give you a little look inside the France's Tavern, and then that'll be it. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for joining me, everybody. See you soon. Gorgeous inside here. Look at that. Upstairs is the museum.